Man, you got the rhythm of a white man.
I love it.
Yeah. Anyway, so today was fun. This is the countdown for Scott's show.
See, I was under the impression we were going straight.
Dude, he hasn't even been showing up on Saturdays anymore. That's like his main show. He's like,
really?
Forget it. I'm not gonna show up there either.
Or something.
But I do have as a big guest for Saturday. I'm not gonna say anything yet. But I have a big guest lined up for Saturday. Street Mods.
Ooh, yeah.
Wednesdays and Saturdays at 3 p.m.
Central, 3 p.m. Central.
Yep.
No,
Saturday we had a great episode. I forgot what we watched. Oh, Rotor. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I wasn't there.
Dude, that movie was insane. So good. And then today I premiered
Yeti was redeemed.
Matt Barber Entertainment.
A little, yeah. We'll see if he shows up here.
We don't want to go there.
Oh look, there's the guy. There's the guy from the bumper I like.
Mark.
Yeah.
By the way, like just real quick, the girlfriend and I, we recorded us commenting on Kid Nation, which is the most bananas reality show ever made. I thought it was good. I thought it went well today.
You ever read The Long Walk?
No. What was that? Yeah, you said that earlier. I didn't get the comment.
Oh, thank God it's the long outro.
Stephen King book. Worth a read.
What's Gucci, my ninjas? It's your boy Mad here once again to dump on your Wednesday with news. I didn't mention that part, with news and stuff. With me as always is my partner in glasses, my partner in horrible eyesight, my partner in...
they're just because
I have contacts in, so yeah. My partner in microphones, tips, touching.
Yep, absolutely.
Barber.
All right, how's it going? How's everyone? Everyone good? I hope everyone's happy. I still don't know what to do with my hands.
I'm running out of
things. Use a pen to sort of, because
maybe a fidget.
Hey, as long as you're not holding a coffee mug, I'm fine with you.
That's not a bad idea, actually, a fidget thing.
Yeah,
I use all sorts. That's why you hear me moaning that I've dropped something, because I'm used to doing something with my hands.
Well, all right. Moving on from Barber's awkward hand movement, we have Mr. Grant Gregory, all the way from Australia, which
Montana.
is a real place.
I know what to do with my hands, and I'm keeping it to myself, literally. So,
yeah, but we can hear it.
Yeah,
we can all hear it.
Well, dude, you got to lube your hands off, otherwise it rips the skin and everything.
Oh, don't see. I didn't want to curse so early on Scott's channel, but what I'm thinking. Don't be a Jimmy. Well, you don't.
Jimmy.
One. Keyframes.
He's had a poo?
Mark's the only one that got it. Oh, Brahma, Jimmy, the little kid that I want to go home. I didn't know it was going to be hard.
Yeah, he left in the first episode.
Jimmy.
It was Jimmy.
Yeah, dude. I saw an interview after that was done, the one that Mark sent in Soul Assassin, and man, dude, they really did only have one outhouse for 40 kids. He said that he went in there, but he was afraid that poop would go into him, so he just left and didn't poop for the rest of the time because it was
really
so piled up, right? Like this show was insane.
You need a spoon for that afterwards. It's disgusting.
And what would have happened if they didn't pick the 7 outhouses as the reward?
They would have had a TV.
They would have.
And with us is Brahma Bull, all the way from rehab. I'm kidding. You would never go.
No. Always happy to be here on the Superior dump, the Mads Wednesday dump. So looking forward to having some fun.
Oh, hey, Soul says, I don't know if Scott frowns on LP videos or not, but I'll play it. And Mark.
Hey, how's it going?
Oh, I just remembered something. You said Brahma Bull and rehab. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't he drinking those condoms last week?
What?
That would
Yeah.
send me to rehab.
Yeah.
Was I here?
Yeah.
Yeah. To get high.
When was he?
You
when
boil,
was
Was
he?
I
you
here?
You boil the flavored condoms to get high.
Oh, that's
Oh,
right.
yeah.
Yes. Oh,
That's
That's-
right.
I did not remember that at
absolutely
all.
Disgusting.
Yeah.
It made me
The
feel
only thing-
sick.
The only thing I remember is the breathing through your anus
Breathing
thing.
through
Anyway,
your ass.
yeah. Speaking of,
That was called
ass.
before.
Oh yeah. Speaking of assholes,
oh wait, I could highlight it. Right? Yeah.
can you?
Did we start? Yep. Speaking of anus, Mr. Grant Gregory, or sorry, just Grant Gregory, looking like Constantine.
Nice.
Nice. Oh, nice. Because Sporking ain't here. I don't know if I can say that.
I don't think you can. It's
So
just a
I'm not
hard
going
word
to.
to say.
Yep.
What about the other sticker?
Ooh, a sticker, and it is of poop because
That looks like a peanut.
it does it.
Yeah,
I thought it
that's
looks like
Fountain.
That's
Peanuts
the
are
icon.
often
That's his,
found
that's
in
his
food.
icon. Yeah.
Ah, yeah,
The
that
poop
makes
is
a
the
lot more
sticker.
sense. Like, oh,
so that really
They're
got me.
often
Oh man,
found
I got
together.
lightheaded laughing so hard at that.
oh dear,
Oh man, that's funny. That
it's terrible.
one really got me. Anyway, let's see who's here. Hey, who is that? You in the chat as Sporking?
Who?
That
Grant?
is not no.
Oh, hey Scott. I don't like him coming in here unannounced. You know what I mean? Like, I get it. You
Oh, that was me.
Oh, that was you. Oh, okay. I forgot you could do it too.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just making sure because I don't like it when Scott sneaks in here and like watching us. You know what I mean? Like he's like, what
He's
are
done
you
it
doing in here?
before.
Like
It's yeah, I don't like it either because it means he knows I'm on.
Yep.
Are we talking about my boy Ethan Van Scott?
No, not EVS. Scott. No, a different Scott. Dude seems cool. What I've seen of him from being on Lit.
You
And,
two could be on the same stream one day.
Who?
You and EVS.
Probably, yeah. We know a lot of the same people.
These are both
Anyway.
weebs.
Yeah, I'm definitely. Well, I'm a weebologist. I don't know if you know this, but anyway, let's get to the chat. Let's see.
Yeah.
We have
Weeb adjacent.
emotionally unstable amphibian. Got it correct. Keely Chow, my Chatimal soul assassin. Let's see here. Station.
Proto station.
No,
Proto-
I read it as
uh,
procrastination
Po.
earlier.
Yeah, I thought it was procrastination.
There's no R
Potro
after the P.
station.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, but there's an
how
R after the
weird.
T. So
Yeah.
Potro.
Hot row
Proto
station.
Hot. Do you have
I
to
think it's a
roll your
shit
R's?
name.
I can't.
Any
I can't roll the R's.
Potro station.
No, it's pot row station.
Anyway, moving
Potro
on.
station.
Yeah, I did
Hot
see that
roast.
JonTron interview. That was insane.
Ah,
This is
okay.
another. This same sticker. This guy, Keely again. Let's see. Yeah, it's cool with me, dude. Scott's not here, so you can't say what it be like Sophia and cancer problems away. Oh man, dude, her 3 moves. What was it? It was pull your pants up, open the drawer, and what was the last one? Anybody remember? Open the drawers, and the last one was swim. Horrible advice. Had a TV with no yeah, right? Like somebody in the chat, I think it was One Man Show. He said like where would they plug it up? I'm like, oh shit, yeah, I didn't even think about like if they even had electricity. Also, they were freezing at night. They didn't give them anything to stay warm. Oh man.
Wow.
And speaking of staying warm, Eric K since $1.99 super chat. Nice. Mad Dump, nice. Appropriate.
Superior dump.
And Pope Metallicus is the first. I thought we were to the third. Wait, is this one of y'all or is this him?
It's not me.
It's not me.
Grant?
I can't be bothered to do that. And you can always, when I'm typing, you can tell because like that happens.
Yeah.
He's watching us.
Hey, Scott. So glad you're here. Thanks for hanging out with us. Sounds like one of those Soulja Boy game stations. Holy shit. It does. Oh, tournament. No, hold on. You're not going to gatekeep us from D&D. So you turn your nerd card in for.
Oh, I don't have a nerd card. I don't care. I just watch what I watch and read what I'll read.
No. Anyway, all right, let's get going. Were you able to find that one? No, you know what? Let's wait and see if Yeti decides to show up, because I really want.
Oh my god, are we going to wait for an hour just to see? Yeah, pointless.
Yep, that's fine.
Oh, good. Oh, let's all just sit quietly then. Here we sit.
Nope, we're going right into it, okay. I was going to say what we're watching. This is the trailer for House of Hammer. No,
cool. What's it about?
It's not about MC Hammer. It is about. So I don't know.
Okay,
I'm about the horror.
Interested.
So is this him doing the pre-wash meal? You know how you got to wash your meat before you eat it.
Yes,
is this about the horror studio from England that made like Hammer Horror?
No, this is about the actor Armie Hammer, who I have referenced several times as asking, like, "Hey, if you could get a 6-pack like Armie Hammer, would you eat a pinky toe?" You know what I mean?
Yeah, I remember you asking that. Yeah.
Yeah.
If I could go to Tesco's and just buy one, it's not a problem.
I am here to talk about.
God, she's got no arms. Oh, anyway.
I hate when they do this. This whole like, I'm not gonna start yet. Like, just no. Like, no. You know what I'm saying? Like, it would have been worse if they would have showed her sitting down first as like she turns on the camera, like she's about to do an apology on YouTube for saying the wrong word.
Yeah. And then she
Is this going to be
Is
this going to be a genuine documentary?
Yes.
Is she trying to turn the headlights on?
Yeah, she is.
Maybe she did that to mask that she was farting at the moment.
What's her last name?
John. Call me John.
Vujokovic?
You're pronouncing it wrong.
John. What happened in my relationship with Armie Hammer?
Well, seeing how you have all your extremities, I'm guessing nothing much of interest.
Yeah,
we haven't seen her toes.
Are you okay to bring up the phone?
Yeah.
I might watch this. I've got Discovery.
Oh, listen to the music.
Oh, it's this thing is such like this is how I did the Billy Bob documentary.
Yeah, but that was scary.
Yeah.
So once again, someone's ripping you off.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I mean, mine was like kind of a parody on these already, but like they still do this, dude. Y'all need to change this up. Nobody is taking this as like a legit. This looks like something I would do.
I really digested this one.
I
have a fantasy about having someone prove their.
I would lose my shit is if when they cut to the intro to the titles and they're playing "Where's My Mind."
Love and devotion, and tying them up in a public place at night.
Oh, I just got the reference.
Body for use,
and I was in it.
And seeing if they were strangers for me.
My bet was going to involve showing up at your place and completely tying you up and incapacitating you, and then being able to do whatever I wanted to every single hole in your body until I was done with you.
That just sounds like flirting. Like, yeah, it just sounds like he was flirting with her. I don't get why they would play that. And then look, they go to black screen and then, where is my mind?
Suddenly, the pixies.
In the beginning, I felt
who's that?
This was all perfect.
Armie Hammer was
amazing.
in the first picture.
He would say things. God.
By the way, hold on. Did y'all see that? Come on, bro. What are you doing?
Those glasses are ridiculous.
It takes away.
I don't want to say too much about him. He might try and eat me.
Say things.
Does anyone know what happened to his twin? You know, the one that was in
the one that he hates.
Network with him?
Oh, that it was in the Facebook movie, Social Network. Yeah, he ate him.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
He's like, I should have ate you in utero, but I'll eat you now.
He's using the hair gel from Something About Mary.
Right?
God, you're so perfect. How could you be this beautiful, this smart, so funny? It's like you're
like, of course he's saying that to you. He's trying to get laid. Why are you like, oh my God? He said like, I was so smart and beautiful and
made for me. But then things changed. He pushes your boundaries a little bit at a time.
You know, Magnum is an ice cream brand in the UK.
Like, I decide when you eat, okay. So he's a little bit like that dude from 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah,
But
These are messages that are being sent
These are
literally within
messages.
seconds of each other. I mean,
okay, that one's a little harder to.
That legit is definitely hard to sort of
No,
Well,
mask.
no, but think about if he's just saying it as like a euphemism.
yeah.
But you wouldn't say the first bit.
Yes, you would.
Yeah, you would.
I wouldn't.
Because basically, what he's saying is he's only going to go down on her instead of
Yeah.
doing other things.
Yeah, no, I totally get that. But remember, I live on the meat diet. I live on the carnivore diet, so I couldn't get away with saying some of these things. People would be like, "Oh, he's so weird. He never eats vegetables." Yeah, because they make me sick. Fuck off.
Vegetables.
Put-
do suck.
It's so
but
hard
I
to
do
get
think
their
this is
wheelchair
viewed
in
out
the
of
pot too,
context.
Barber.
What?
I would love to see the text from her before and after these.
Yeah,
said, I'm
exactly.
What do you
100% a cannibal.
I eat people.
I'm freaking out.
it was all he wanted to ever talk about.
Then
I'm freaking out, but I'm going back.
I am going to bite the shit out of you.
Oh, there you go.
Ah.
He's going to clean a
Why-
poo.
why is
Oh
that
no,
so
sorry.
weird?
I think
Yeah.
that says the fuck out of you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's an
note
F
that
word,
says I'm
isn't
gonna
it?
bite the out of you. And he was just like acted mad. The ropes.
He started running
Okay.
around and he was shoving things up his ear holes and like pissing up the walls. It was so weird.
Real quick, this
What's that
isn't
got to-
rope. That's
Yeah, that's
twine.
twine.
Yeah, the twine.
You can tell
they look
because
like
there's the
shoestrings.
scissors. Yeah, on top of them. That's not rope.
Yeah.
Were
I
Is
swear
this
I don't know
is
how
this a
they're
parody?
doing this. Dude, they are like legit having like making me feel like I should be on Army Hammer's side, the cannibal. Like I legit I'm starting to because you know he's having to sell timeshare shit, right?
Seriously, what is he actually a cannibal?
I don't know. I thought so until I started seeing this. This actually makes me
Right.
think.
So and he's selling
he's-
timeshare now.
Yeah. Well, they can't hire him in
Threatened to eat
Hollywood.
it. He's threatened to eat all these people, yet all of them still seem to be here. So I don't think he's that good of a cannibal.
I was just thinking that there's loads of German ones, wasn't there, Mark?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes.
By the way, that's just hacking, bro.
And who picks these skinny bitches if you're a cannibal? You want
Oh,
some meat on the
man.
bones.
And they can't
Well,
run.
he's
Yeah. Or you
He
go
has
for like
to
a wagyu,
maintain-
like a Lizzo or someone, you know?
no. He has to
Cannibal.
he has to maintain his figure though for movies though. So
Yeah, he
has to
does.
eat
on your
lean.
neck, your wrists, your
Not anymore, he
ankles,
doesn't.
and you're like completely immobilized. And I'm just closing my eyes until it ended.
Just quickly,
Okay.
Stayed with him. So I stayed with him for 7 more years.
Right.
I legit, whenever the first heard the name Army Hammer, I honestly, I thought of the toothpaste. I didn't really know that it was a person for a very long time.
I
Yeah,
thought it
baking
was a
soda.
legitimate tool. Like I thought it was like people are talking about. There's a specific hammer that you use in the army. So I asked my grandfather, "What's an army hammer?"
He had one
Yeah.
of them.
yeah, it's called an e-tool over here. By the way, who is this from? Who is this to? This doesn't prove anything.
We don't
This
even
just-
know he sent it.
No, that's
That's
what.
just
Yeah,
a-
who?
That's just the producer putting it on screen. Let me type this up real quick. We'll get it on there.
See, that could
I'll
even
think
be
about
him.
the context
That,
later.
that could even be him doing it as a threat. Yeah, I'm going to expose Army Hammer.
Yeah,
Like, dude,
you
you're,
can
you're just so weird.
You can fucking quote. Who is that to?
That's like to his
Army Hammer.
opposites.
Once Courtney came forward.
Oh, here we go. CK.
It's Savinovich or whatever.
Oh wait, no,
his
this is
name
a
was.
different one.
It's not Chokovic or whatever her name is.
Yeah, Chokovic.
Yeah.
Other women started coming forward.
How did Army Hammer go from Hollywood golden boy to an alleged abuser?
When all this came out about Army, I was not shocked.
You just don't wake up and become this dark control.
Okay,
I
that's
thought that was someone else.
Yeah, right. Somebody that their father is really, really important,
Very important, and they're very good
but
with laptops.
basically is being Bernie a weekend at Bernied in a
Yep.
big house that happens to be white.
Or abuser.
This behavior, it's deep rooted.
It
On
might be
the
actually.
outside,
Looking at
we
that
were a
bed, like
perfect family.
Well, this is.
Magnify succession a million
you
times.
know what? Not seeing
And it
any
was
twins in any of these
my
photos.
family.
Hold, what the hell was that? What is this? This isn't
This is
home
how-
video. This is y'all added that.
And it
that was
my
him when he was
family.
younger.
She put sauce on her shoulder.
Believe
Did you
about
see that?
making deals with the devil. The hammers are top of the totem pole. Every
Nothing against
generation
you,
in my
it is a
family
hammer.
has been involved in dark misdeeds, and it just gets worse and worse and worse. I know my grandfather had a dark side, but I saw my father's dark side firsthand,
Julian.
and I've seen.
Oh man, I hate, dude. Whenever I see that you're going to be doing a reenactment, I automatically like discredit you to a lower level. You know what I mean?
No, I like Discovery. I think this is going to be fun if it's got reenactments in it.
And where the fuck are the sharks?
My brother's dark side.
Oh, it's just been
It
Shark
was
Week, hasn't
like
it?
a monster unleashed. Now it's Army Hammer.
Do you know they had
It's just generation to generation.
what are they called? Jackass on Shark Week.
Yeah, really? By the way,
Yeah.
What do you mean a generation to generation? Are you a genealogist?
they're setting up as if like cannibalism is like a trait, like it's
genetic
it's
trait.
heretic.
It gets passed
It's
down through the
heretic.
blood.
They didn't go this hard on the Charlie Manson bloody documentary.
By the way,
No, they didn't.
You're
right, actually.
If you enjoy Jameson, don't look it up, right? But the family behind Jameson, oh boy, they were in some dark shit. Going to Africa, wanting to see people be army hammered and shit.
Jameson?
Yeah.
The
What was
booze
that?
company.
Yeah,
Luckily,
the whiskey.
I drink bourbon and not whiskey.
Really?
Yeah. It gets
I'm
pretty
not gonna
dark.
look
You look
that
into
up.
their history. Yeah.
I'm not going to do that.
It's not that dark.
I've let the hammers control me my whole life.
Sometimes
It's
you're the
time to
hammer,
stop.
sometimes you're the
I
nail.
refuse to be silenced.
How
My name is
fucking long
Casey
is this
Hammer,
trailer?
and I'm about to reveal the dark,
refuse to be
twisted
silent.
secrets of the Hammer family.
Who are you in relation to them? Why should we believe you? Why do you have any
Sister.
credibility?
Because she said I even saw it in my father, and it showed the picture of the old man. So I'm assuming she's a sister.
Or
Well, she's
something.
Have you
the
noticed
thing
that-
because she was saying grandfather, father, and so she's got to be sister or
Look at that
aunt.
there. You ever seen V?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's,
Oh yeah.
I get an
true,
instinct
yeah.
V vibe of that. Yeah.
You can't eat this.
I only
Uh-oh.
wish that like she would have ended the trailer with "I'm gonna nail it."
Who's at the end?
Oh, but I like that. That's funny.
Eat my hammer.
Oh god. Sorry,
Oh, my
James
God.
Foster.
Yeah. Wow.
So
well,
this is genuine then. I always thought it was a joke when you brought it up.
no, because it's edited in a way that like reminds you of, I don't know, the dumb shit I do.
Well, no, I mean, like whenever you brought it up previously and said like, oh yeah, by the way, this guy's I always thought it was a joke, but like now apparently it's genuine. This is really weird. I don't know if I can cope with this, but I might. If it's on Discovery now, I might watch it.
I probably will end up watching it because I've made that joke about the pinky toe so many times. Like I
want to see how it ends. Do
Well,
any
I'm
of them
guessing
not
with-
have their pinky toes?
I want to actually see if he did eat a pinky toe, because I think that would be like the ultimate like circle
Dude.
background joke. That
Dude.
Mad was the only one that knew he ate pinky toes.
if one of those chicks takes off her shoe, I'm like, and then he ate my pinky toe.
Yeah.
Oh man, Mastradamus here.
I think how it will end at the very, very, very end, they'll be like, and that's why he's selling timeshare for the Chinese. That's how it's going to end.
Speaking of Chinese.
Yeah. Speaking of being late, what's up, Yeti?
Oh, not much.
No. Oh. Yeti, I'll bring you back up. We'll try it again.
Speaking of Chinese.
It's Yeti Cast.
Yeah.
You can't even get the timing right. Wow.
All right. I'm glad you're here because, did we ever get that article?
Dude. Oh, yeah.
Because,
Yeti's got something to read.
yeah, you're going to read this because we need to talk about this. This is a serious problem.
Frey's heroine, Neru, is the complete opposite of a Mary Sue in every way.
Oh, okay, brilliant. I'm just going to sit back as I get ready to enjoy this.
Oh, no.
This week in very stupid internet debates, we have the usual connection of outrage-based YouTubers trying to take down prey. Whose Predator prequel that is racking up a lot of love for the cast and execution and is being called the best since the original.
It is
not, but
the best is the second.
Yeah, didn't you say that?
No, I said it was good but not great. It was enjoyable.
Hold on, man. You're
not
selling
the
it
best since the original.
Didn't the Predator do a mistake at the end of this movie? Effectively,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
And I in the tweet you're looking up, I said the ending was anticlimactic or whatever.
Here's a quote from Yeti. Quote, I don't. Sorry, I was going to try to do your trailer voice. I just can't do it. But, yeah, hold on. Here we go. I don't think the character was a Mary Sue. She had to learn and overcome obstacles, eh?
Well, he had to say that. He said that.
Yes.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Here's the thing. I agree with Yeti at first until I went back and watched it. And I went, her brother did all the work.
Her brother definitely did a lot, which is also negates the Mary Sue thing.
No,
the guy practically took it down.
But what did he say at the end, though? He said, the only reason I could do that is because you softened it up, right? It's because of you why I was able to do that.
Yeah, you unloosened the jar of pickles.
Yeah.
Also, why didn't it eat her? Why didn't it eat her when she fell and got knocked out? Why did it just stop its attack?
It's not Army Hammer.
They don't eat people. They just take the.
No longer a threat, and the Predator always has a set of rules that he wants a good hunt.
That's true. That's true. However, I'm talking about the fucking lion, the mountain lion.
There's a cougar in it. This film sounds stupid.
A lion.
I haven't bothered.
No, the kills are very cool in this movie.
Did you hear me, Yeti?
Awesome. Sorry?
Why didn't the mountain lion eat her?
I don't know. The brother stopped it.
Oh.
Wait, what?
What? He wasn't even there.
There.
The mountain lion? No, the brother was. There was two people. They're in the tree. The mountain lion part wasn't a piece that I particularly like. Is just out of nowhere. They're ambush predators looking for something weak. And, they don't like going for a direct hunt. Not predator style. It wants something weak so it doesn't get injured. Like most animals in the wild, they look for.
So her being knocked out on the ground, the lion was like, "Oh damn! I guess I can't eat her now."
She's
I assumed it was eating the other dude it killed, and then the brother saved the girl and killed the lion.
Anyway, you can keep reading.
Okay. But since the film stars an indigenous actress, Amber Midthunder, which is that's an awesome last name. I think we can agree on that. Midthunder. And not the muscle-bound Arnold Schwarzenegger. The film is being accused of making her a Mary Sue.
That's not. No, you dumb shit.
Yeah.
That's just a straw man. Well, it doesn't have
this
Arnold in it.
Straight up straw man.
These are your people.
No, not my people. I don't agree with everything that's being said. There were flaws in the film, but it was fun enough to watch.
Yeti, this was written by a Canadian. That's what he meant.
Oh, hold on. I gotta.
Ugh.
Margot the pirate. Yeti. Oh man.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I can't.
There be the sniveling landlubber yaycast with those two assholes.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I can't. Somebody reminded me of another quote from you. I can't highlight it for some reason. I don't see it here, but I see it in the YouTube chat. But yeah. Anyway, what from that anonymous doctor or whatever person? Whoever that is.
Doctor?
Yeah.
I've not seen that. Let's have a look.
No,
Here we
I
go.
don't see any anonymous doctor. No, it was gay till I sucked those 10 dicks.
It's Kip.
I mean, that's gonna be clipped.
Oh. Oh, you got
Wait,
it.
so you didn't know
Beautiful.
until then? Did you get to
Yes,
9 and go
until I sucked those 10 dicks.
All right, let's see. Written by a Canadian, that explains the French hate. Dude, I was worried. I saw the white guys show up. I'm like, oh great, you know they're just gonna use them, and I was like, oh, they're French. Well, they deserve all of it.
And I'm like, oh thank God.
But
I thought that
yes,
was human for a second.
thank you, Doctor Whoever, for
is it in the special comments?
No, I couldn't highlight it. I can see it in the YouTube, but I can't see it in StreamYards.
I can see the one where
See you,
Scott
Kip.
is spying on us.
Yeah, right.
It's way below that.
Yeah, it was at 628. Anyways, doesn't matter. We can go back to this.
Yeah, whatever.
Where were you?
Okay, there's the Mary Sue.
Yep.
She does not earn the outcome she receives. This was brought up most frequently with Rey in the new the new Star Wars movies, with the same crowd accusing her of being too good at fighting and force wielding and not having earned her skill or power. Well, that's true. Rey didn't earn anything.
No. Legit, when I went to go see Rise of Palpatine, right? I'm telling the girlfriend, I'm like, listen, people love Star Wars. You cannot do what you did. Because when we went to go see Independence Day, the second one, I don't think we were dating yet, but when we went to go see that, we almost had to leave. She was laughing so hard, and everybody in the theater was taking this as a real movie, and she's just uncontrollably laughing at the dumbness. So I told her, I was like, look, when we go in here, like, people are very sensitive about their Star Wars, so you can't do that. And then the first scene, fucking Rey's there floating in the goddamn air with like 20 rocks that she's juggling, and I burst out laughing. It was so absurd. Like, my God.
That's what the Force is about, is rocks. Why would you?
That is true.
No one.
Well, I know that now.
Geode always being used like that.
Anyway, go on. Where is that?
I'm not going to reiterate Rey here, but praise Neru. Get out of here. This is actually the perfect example of character to show just how hollow and horrible these arguments are, as they tried to dismiss.
I've not heard that argument though. That's the weird thing. It's not that she didn't. It's just that she was, when she had chances of being killed, for whatever reason, she didn't die.
She just had a lot of plot armor.
Yeah, we saw her train. We saw her fail. We saw her do all that sort of stuff. No one's saying that.
Yeah, there were absolutely flaws with the film, but like the character isn't like Rey.
Is this in like cavemen times or something? Because
it's 1700s.
Right. So there's guns.
Damn it, I can't say that.
Like single shot guns. Yeah.
I know what you're gonna say, but yeah.
No,
so
you don't.
Guns. I do.
You don't.
Mm-hmm.
No, you really don't, because like there was a comment made while I was watching it with someone, and I'm not allowed to say it because it's so funny. But anyway,
right in the back.
Yeah, I'll do that. No, I can't do that either.
I'm not gonna read it out.
Anyway, so damn it, what was I gonna say? Oh, no, listen, like I told, like when Jane and I were talking about this movie, right? I said she's the most incompetent Mary Sue that's still a Mary Sue, right? Like, so she's messing with her tomahawk. She's trying to get rabbits. She's like, you know what? I'm gonna make a rope and tie it to the tomahawk. No, dum. The problem was not that you had to go and get the tomahawk after you missed. It was that you were missing. That's why, like, a rope's not going to make you more accurate.
See, that was something I really disliked too, because if you're throwing the tomahawk hard enough, just yanking on that rope isn't going to be able to yank it out of the trees and save it, and you're not going to be able to, catch it back in your hand so easily.
No, Yeti, we've established you like this film, so you must stand by all of it and say it's all of it is awesome.
I will perfectly bring up what is wrong with it.
No, that's naughty.
Doesn't mean I didn't enjoy it the majority of the time.
I'm gonna tell Trudeo on you.
Trudeo. The maskless Trudeo.
The robe was added only to.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh, I didn't see that. Oh, the rope.
The quicksand. Yes. Well, how much spoilers are we going into here?
Full spoilers, 100%.
Yeah, who gives a shit?
Okay. Yeah, because that was the least satisfying part. That ending where she's ended up using the lasers of the Predator to kill the guy in the mud. Like,
You get it? Because she's in the mud and there's mud in the first film?
No, but listen, here's a couple. All right, one, the Predator is so dumb. It keeps shooting out its little arrows or whatever, and he's like, "Why isn't it going? Why isn't it hitting this person?" Like earlier when he was fighting other people.
The lasers were pointing to the left-hand side. He's like, "I'm missing. Why?"
How did they not know this?
And wouldn't the laser sights end up turning off when it's not attached on the head? You know.
Do you think it has a like its own power source? Like it would have to, right?
It could, but you think some being that's traveling interstellar would have some sort of counter button that when you take it
or
off,
boots. Maybe it would have boots.
Have you ever seen Alien vs Predator?
Yeah, did not like that one.
Yes.
Wait,
well,
it's
irrelevant because the thing that
Hansen special.
Yeah, well, the thing that goes
The
on
shoulder
the
cannon.
shoulder, and they had loads of them in Antarctica, and they opened them up, and they only worked when they put them on like the power source, basically.
Yeah.
So, I suppose that helps. I don't know.
No. This is a more primitive version of the Predator, so it doesn't have like the blaster, the energy weapon.
Why not?
It's got the
Because
track.
Antarctica was back in like the antiquity.
Yeah, they had like that. They would be in this pyramid that was made by like the Mayans of Antarctica or some shit. And what they made their way to was the laser.
Yeah.
So I don't know how that's supposed to associate with this film.
Well, should it not be considered part of canon?
Does it not feel as though
that's what I'm wondering about? Like,
does it not feel as though that the only reason why it doesn't have the laser cannon is because like, well, I mean, it would just blast the shit out of her, right?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
But they did that so they'll say, well, the next time we come, we're going to have to upgrade our weapons because of how good these people were. So
it would.
Plot armor.
Yeah. Well, it's retroactively rewriting the history. That's the problem.
But I do like the idea that they start, as they continually to go hunting, they're finding more and more tech, and so they're not at the point where they found that. And this is totally negating the Alien versus Predator thing.
Dude, hold on. It's a feral predator? Like, what?
Like,
what does that mean?
I don't.
Does that mean
This
it's
one's
in the
not
wild?
hunting for honor, or
Or it's like a size?
Well, but a feral predator wouldn't have a set of rules that they go by because
just go around
they're
other people's
feral.
houses.
They would just they just murder anything it comes across, whether it has a weapon or not.
And it didn't look house trained either. So
No, it did not. By the way, I wanted it to be bit by that fucking rattlesnake and die because it doesn't have any antivenom.
it would have been hilarious. And then the next one comes down, and I think the snakes are the
dominant species.
The dominant species.
Oh my god, that would be
dude. Just think about how dumb it is. That's like World of Worlds or Signs, right? They fly from wherever to a planet that is like 70% water. That is their one weakness.
And they don't wear any armor.
That hurt.
No.
That
Do you know
hurt
what?
so bad watching that.
Predator versus snakes in the whenever in Ireland, like that could be a really good film.
What if they're in a plane?
It has to be on a plane. Yeah.
I already beat you.
No, I don't want it to be a plane. I want it to be the saint that got rid of. What was it, Saint Patrick?
Snakes on the spaceship. We need that film.
Oh, okay.
You need to be in the back.
So basically, Predator Patrick. That'd be really good.
But I was told by a reliable source that the predators had acid for blood, so a snake would automatically get killed by biting.
I saw that. That was hilarious.
By the way,
they were being serious, and then
no, they were trolling. They wanted people to react
for attention because nobody else would give a shit.
I wasn't
about
sure
him.
if they were serious at first and then realized their mistake and then doubled down to make it look like they were trolling.
She's not that retarded. Okay.
No, she did it so that when people are like, "What is wrong with you?" No, like, so she could be like, "Oh my god, all these white like cis men are attacking me on Twitter just because I asked a question." Bitch, Google that shit. Why don't people do that anymore? Why don't people Google? Google if you have a question, right? Like, I thought they had acid blood. Google it. That's it. We are in a time where literally all the answers that you possibly could need, as long as you know how to search for it and word it correctly, you can just Google that shit, bro.
Oh,
like,
you know, the crossover we need is like Predator versus Kong versus Godzilla.
Oh, real quick, I had a better one. So in my whole Snakes on the Plane Predator crossover thing, I want the
Predator versus Anaconda.
I want the snakes. I want the snakes to be the passengers on the train, and I want the Samuel L. Jackson to be like, I'm tired of these predators on this fucking plane.
That's really good. I like that. But there was a Predator on a plane movie. Con Air.
Ooh, Con Air, yeah. Anyway, all right, where were we at in this article?
Something Mary suit. Narrow is actually total opposite. How? Where to begin? Okay,
no, dude, you didn't start. I'm not going to relitigate the.
We read that part, and then
no, we didn't.
Yeah,
because he said get out of here. I remember him saying that.
And he didn't say litigate.
No, I said the perfect example. So it was Narrow's total opposite. Yeah. So
all right, start from here.
Yeah, Narrow is actually the total opposite of a Mary Sue in every way. Well, that's not totally true. Like it's because she conveniently.
Does she run with her hands behind her back like that?
Yeah, she conveniently lives each time she like passes out. But that's.
I thought Yeti was supposed to be reading. Why is he talking?
Who?
He didn't make it through a whole sentence, and he started talking again.
Because this article is bullshit.
You're not supposed to interrupt yourself. We're supposed to do that. God.
No, I reject your rules.
Typical.
Yeah. To start, while Nera wants to be a hunter among her tribe, it clearly does not come easy to her. During the first part of the film, you're going to say something?
Well, no, because like, by the way, this makes like, her character comes off as such a self-centered like piece of shit. Because like she's like they're like, why do you want to hunt? Because they said I couldn't, right?
Yeah, I hated that line.
And so she goes out to do her duties, which is like to find these plants or whatever, right? She gets one, and she's like, I'm gonna go play with my tomahawk. Like, come on,
well,
man.
because she wasn't able to get the deer or the elk, whatever it was. She wasn't able to get it. Well, I don't know why she was trying to take it down with the tomahawk. That's not a good hunting strategy in the first place. That's what your bow and arrow is for.
Yeah, you're just going to lose your tomahawk because, by the way, I don't think it's going to stick in a lot of things with it being, rock. But let's say that it does stick in a elk or a deer like it did the trees. You just lost it. It's just going to run off. Like, you're not going to get it.
Yeah, that's why you don't hunt with the tomahawk with the deer. That wasn't a hunting tool to take down something that large. That's why there was the bow and arrows to take them down.
Which don't work well on a bear.
Yeah. Okay, during the first part of the film, she's shown failing to hunt even rabbits successfully until she modifies her tool and is able to learn from her mistake to start racking up some kills.
It's not a mistake. Her mistake was she sucks at it. Like, she just was missing. Yeah. You can't put a rope on it and be like, well, now I got it.
Yeah, the rope was stupid, but, the fact that she started training with it to get better aim, I can accept that.
Yeah, dude, it's a +5 to accuracy rope.
By the way, I loved the brother. I would have rather this movie be about his brother, like her brother, because he was awesome. And he was very, very patient with her.
Yeah. Oh, God. The fight scene with the brother was so awesome.
So awesome?
Dude.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Like, he's sliding around, taking out the arrows and firing it back in.
Yeah. It was very fucking John Wick-like with his fight.
One of got her. Yeah, that was the probably best fight scene in the movie. It was so well done there.
Notice you brought one arrow to hunt. No shit.
So I didn't see it, but I've heard a few things about it. So she's literally so useless in her hunter-gatherer, society that she A, can't hunt, and B, just
Won't gather.
goes off for multiple days rather than doing her job as a gatherer since she can't hunt.
Well,
You know, I was thinking about that.
Nobody
Hang on,
believes about
Yeah,
the threat
hold
she
on.
finds, so she left.
Right. I was just thinking, like, do you know where the stories of the Skinwalker come from? Effectively, like, if you don't do your jobs, we're all going to die, right? Because we won't have enough like food for winter and all the rest of it.
Yeah.
Right.
And
I get the feeling that she is.
Yeah.
She is the origin of that story.
Well, also, apparently, obviously, there was something very like genocidal happened to this tribe because there are no men. There are teenage boys that are doing all the hunting, and then women. There are no, because like the whole time I'm like, where are the grown-ups at? Why aren't the men going out to find their children? What is happening?
Really?
Yes. Yes. There's one old man.
Yeah, there was not a lot of older hunters.
There were none, Yeti.
Yeah.
There were none.
There's that one dude that I couldn't tell if he was 20 or 45.
but like,
did they have a Greg, a Jared, and a Jimmy?
Oh, but like, I don't. Oh, sorry. I have a couple things in my head, but they're all racist. I can't do it. Anyway, so like she got her leg trapped in a bear trap, and when they take it off, but not even a limp the rest of the movie. Oh, and she's also able to kill all these French guys. She beat up her own her own tribe people, and she like beat the predator.
No,
my biggest problem.
She got her ass kicked.
What?
By the tribe, and then
What?
the predator showed up.
I'm sorry?
She was punched repeatedly, and then the predator showed up.
Bro, she was winning that fucking fight. Like it was done, and then he came back and hit her. Like no. She didn't. No.
Dude, I remember seeing her get hit repeatedly.
Grant, did she lose that fight against her own people?
No. She was the bestest ever.
All right, listen.
I'll go rewatch that part.
Watch that part again. Anyway, but don't leave to do it now.
Technically, he came back at the end, but no, she was
right.
there. Yeah.
Like the whole time, I'm like, just use your weight, bro. Just lay on top of her.
Yeah.
Anyway.
No, she weighs 105 pounds. He can't mess with that sort of weight.
Damn it. Oh, anyway, Yeti made me. Oh, here's my biggest problem, Yeti. Right. So
trap.
she has no. She has that.
Comma in there. Here's my biggest problem, Yeti.
My biggest problem is that there's so she has that super plant that makes your body heat goes away or whatever if you eat this plant.
Yeah, the
right?
Wakanda Forever plant.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So
not peyote.
So when the predator is
They
in
take
the
people over the border.
when the predator is in the French camp, that camp, right? He can still see that there's bodies on the ground because even in his little predator view thing, it comes up with like information next to it, right? But there's just no body heat because they're dead or this dude took a plant. Now, at the end, she's standing. The predator's behind her, but she took the plant, so he can't see her body heat. But he can still see that there's a body standing there.
Yeah, that's what I mean. With certain things like that, where
right?
Once you think
because she had to move out the way for him to keep going.
But not just that, he's got multiple ability for different vision and everything as
well. Well, he's feral.
By the way,
this one didn't have that alternate vision. Like the mask was a skull.
Well, this is stupid. I'm going to go.
A skull with a
I
laser
don't want
on
to watch
it.
this film.
Yeah.
This film sounds absolutely pathetic, and I'm going to rewatch the Danny Glover one because that's the only good one.
The predator kills are awesome.
I don't
Cool.
gives a shit.
Are you heading out?
Nope.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
I've got to go to bed. I'm really tired. So
all right,
I'll
brother.
catch you later.
Yeah, we'll see you on Saturday.
Yeah, on Street Smarts live.
Street
3 p.m.
Smarts.
Central.
Yeah.
See you, brother.
Bye bye.
I nearly pressed the wrong one again.
And somebody else.
Did he take Mark with him?
He took Mark with him.
Yeah, I think he did that to me earlier because I got booted.
And then he put in private chat, what happened to Grant?
Oh, I didn't even see that he said he had to go in the back, man. I didn't even see that.
I wasn't paying attention. So yeah, now that we're pretty much done talking about it, by the way, spoilers.
Was that the end of the article?
No, so,
I don't know.
It was the article goes on for another 18 pages.
Oh,
jeez.
like looking at, I thought both sides took it to the extreme. You know, there is the people saying, oh, there's like this article, oh, she's the exact opposite. Then the other people saying, oh, she's just like Rey or
have you heard that? I haven't heard
Arnold
saying
Schwarzenegger,
just like Rey.
Needed his full team. She still needed her brother and the other people to do damage. She, like just being the last. So there was embellishment on both sides, and I think it fell more in the middle.
Who did you hear say that?
Yeah.
I saw it online. I don't know exactly who made it. I wasn't paying attention to that, but I saw people making that exact comparison.
All right. Well, let's break this up. Oh, I don't want to get claimed for that song. What is happening? What? Okay. Oh my God, this is oh, it's so good. I'm adding it. I'm putting that in our videos.
That's gotta be a Soul
I had to
Assassin
change the
thing,
song.
right?
Yeah. He knows me so well.
See, if you need to do that really high pitched,
what?
The Bad of the Bone song, so it won't get
Oh
claimed.
yeah. Oh man, that's so funny, dude. Anyway, what's the next one? Oh, I have the next one, huh? Was that comics? That's funny.
Could have been.
Oh dang it, wrong button. Anyway, Yeti, you're wrong about this this movie. You should watch it again, like Grant, because Grant was also on the thing. Like Grant messaged me saying, "Dude, that movie was awesome." I'm like, we need to talk.
No, I'm not saying it's
yeah,
awesome.
did I say
I'm
the
not
movie
saying
was
it's
awesome?
terrible.
I thought I said
It was
enjoyed
enjoyable.
kills.
It was good. Like it was at that line. Like I enjoyed watching the Predator
I said that was an
things
awesome
and-
movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did say. I checked it. Yeah.
What,
I
the
would not
kills?
lie.
But yeah, it's not the best thing ever. It's clearly not better than the first two. You know, Predator films. Clearly not better than those two. But it's also not the worst Predator film.
It may have the Antarctica Alien versus Predator beaten.
Have you seen the
that's
the
an
last
alien
one
film,
where
not a
it was
Predator
like the
one.
Predator, was there because of climate change or something like that?
Yeah, climate change and autism.
So
Look, I can't.
So it
I'm
beats
a big
that.
Shane Black. Yeah, I know it doesn't. I'm a big Shane Black fan. I think that was a lot of studio interference with his movie. I would have. You know what? Hashtag release the Shane cut.
No, release the black cut. Oh.
Yeah, the black. No, that's why I went with Shane.
Yeah.
All right, let's move on, man. Brahma, can you take care of this one?
Absolutely. Henry Cavill reportedly declines WB's offer to return as Superman. The Superman actor is reportedly playing hard to get.
Good for him.
The DC Extended Universe is seemingly in the midst of a massive change, with the newly formed Warner Brothers Discovery reportedly determined to make some serious improvements to the divisive superhero franchise. Nothing concrete has been laid out by the executive David Zaslav, but fans are under the impression that all of this will eventually lead to Henry Cavill finally making his anticipated return as Superman. Scroll, please. Or talk.
Sorry.
Probably wants an actual good movie script for Superman before he comes back. And guarantee that he's not just going to get sidelined.
Yeah, he's already being sidelined in The Witcher, so.
Oh, dude, that pisses me off so much because he is so great.
Yeah.
In The Witcher, like he is Geralt. Because when I first heard about it and I saw the first like picture of him with that wig, I'm like, hashtag not my Geralt. But then when I saw, that was. But then like when the first time he goes, Roach, I'm like, that's my Geralt. That's Geralt of Rivia.
Yeah. Oh god, he nailed it. It totally won me over. Like instantly. Because I was the exact same thing as you. Like, oh, I cannot see him playing it. And then you see that first scene, you're like, oh, dude, this guy nailed it.
Yeah. And then they're like, but don't worry, this has nothing to do with him. He just happens to be there for all of it.
Yeah.
That show, season 2 was absolutely infuriating for how poorly he's utilized.
The first season I really enjoyed, and there were some great moments. Like that I can look like. I remember. I can't tell you shit about the second season. I sure as hell don't have like, you know, the one of their song for season 2 in my playlist like I do Toss a Coin to Your Witcher.
Yeah. Well, and they screwed up all of the characters. You know, they messed up Lambert and what was the other guy's name? They totally swapped their motivations and then their attitudes, and it was an embarrassment.
My favorite part of it was when he was staring at a hole for like 2 episodes. That was great.
But what I wanted to see, because if you played Witcher 3, right, there's a great like part of the game where you're hanging out with your bros, your fellow Witchers, and you're all drinking and get drunk. And then someone comes up with the idea that, hey, we should use this projector phone thing. Dial? Yeah, to drunk dial like the chicks at the magic chick fucking sorority house or whatever. Yeah. And so they're like, wait, we don't want to freak them out. We should put on Yennefer's dresses so they don't freak out when they see us. And then they call some fucking government. It was great. But we didn't have that. Like, that game is very dark and is very like the first main monster thing that you're fighting is an aborted fetus that has come back to life.
Well, yeah, I know. And the scream as well. For whatever reason, I don't normally get like I'm going to use the word triggered, but I don't get a physical reaction. But that scream that ghoul kid thing he does of the Bloody Baron's kid, is it? Yeah, that's still I can't. Whenever that part comes up, I turn it off because I can't listen to it.
My ending, because you know there's several endings. I got the ending where he goes to the 3 witches' house or whatever, and he you beat them. You go inside and he's searching for the necklace that was Ceres or whatever, right? And he sits down in this chair with this necklace and he drops his sword and all of the monsters are crawling on the house about to come in. But he has just given up. Like he's distraught over losing Ciri and he's just there in this chair waiting for death to come and get him. I was like, oh my God, I need to load an earlier game because I need to make better decisions.
You literally got the worst possible ending you can get. What type of Witcher were you? Dude.
Well, that's what season 2 was.
Right? I was like, I had to go back and make better decisions.
You were season 2. Take that. Yeah.
But, wow.
I remember 2 things from season 2. Every time Yennefer came on screen, somebody had to say, Yennefer, you're the best. We thought you were dead. We're so happy you're back. You can save us all now. And the only cool scene I remember from it was when, what was it? The elf chick slow motion kills everybody at the dinner table.
Don't remember it.
I don't remember.
Like, time stops.
Not at all.
Frozen, and she's just walking around slitting throats and stuff and putting, ice picks through eyes.
I literally don't remember.
I have no recollection of that happening at all. Like,
and the even more infuriating part about it is the women in The Witcher are very strong and interesting in their own right,
but they know their place.
Yeah, they're not the main kid. They're not the main focus of the story, and they screwed that up. And they made Yennefer the main focus, and she's not nearly as interesting, but she plays a big role, and they can have that. You know, there's whole love triangles and stuff, and
if look, the way I described Witcher 3 with all the depressing shit, right? But it still had that levity of them hanging out, drinking, and trying to call chicks. And there's other moments as well throughout, like that are really funny because he has such a dry delivery on everything.
Yeah,
I love it. But in the show, they get the depressing part, kinda, I guess, but they never get the levity at all of The Witcher. The Witcher never gets to have that kind of dry delivery of some good lines.
That's because he's not in the show. If he was in it for every episode, then there might be a chance to show his levity.
What I wanted it to be like a CSI. Like each week he's going to a new town to fight a new monster, right? Yeah.
Like what they
but there would be an overarching storyline with Ciri, but not the main. But each episode though, the whole story is the plot line is unraveled as you're Yeah, through these like these different towns that he's going to and fighting these monsters or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Almost as if like he is in pursuit of Ciri.
Yeah.
And he just keeps going into towns and he keeps getting dragged into these monster things. Because he is good at heart though. Like he does care about people, which makes him fascinating because he's not supposed to have any emotion at all. And he fights against those emotions all the time.
That's the biggest thing. His biggest conflict is his own internal one.
Yeah.
But you get none of that in the series.
Not at all.
And what Vertical Horizons is saying is right. The story was that he rewrote that whole scene because it was just an absolute joke. And he was like, joke. I know the character. I know Roach.
Oh God! Crap. There is no way he would have been cracking jokes at Roach's death.
But that's where they choose to give him a joke.
Yeah, like that's not the right place at all. That's not the levity scene.
The adults aren't human.
Oh my God!
That's the point when they're writing it. They can't. They don't know what to do. They're like, well, Marvel's funny. Marvel makes money. So if we put something funny in there, then we'll make money.
Yeah, by the way, that would be too similar to the books. They have the rights to the books. Like the dude, which by the way, CD Projekt Red actually were pretty cool about it. Like the dude had no faith in video. He's like, video games,
none
what?
At all.
Whatever. I'll sell it for whatever. You know what I mean? But then it became this massive hit for them. And so they renegotiated with him and gave him a bigger cut of everything. Because he didn't even get a cut the first time. He just got a flat fee.
Yeah, because he was given a choice to either get an upfront sum of cash that not nearly as much as he would have made if he took like installments for a successful game. Yeah. Now, one of the things that did happen in Poland is that in their legal system, if you're making that much more money on a contract, you can go back in and say, oh no, this was not fair. So CG Projekt Red was kind of, their hands were tied because they had to give by law, they had to give him more because of just the way their laws work.
Well, they also had a renegotiation thing when it come to the second game and that as well. So, but like, here's the thing: it took a popular book series and turned it into. I mean, if Witcher 3 isn't in someone's top 10 games of all time, then it's a bad.
You
list.
don't know games, yeah. Real quick,
and
Soul Assassin says
the hunt and everything on top of it as well.
Soul Assassin says, looks like the vampire couldn't handle a little sun.
Wow!
Won't get fooled again.
Oh God, yeah, weren't we? Yeah,
that
we were
wasn't
supposed
playing.
to do a whole bit with that.
Yeah, I guess I thought it's not playing. That's weird. Oh, I know why. Sorry. Anyway,
Like
so
little sun.
What was that?
I was trying to remember the Witcher puns. I remember that.
Yeah. That was good.
Well, you need the glasses too, and to slightly tilt the head.
Yeah. All right, everyone. That's not Horatio. That's actually Brahma Bull.
Brahma Cow.
It's true.
Hey, Mrs. Flu. Remind your husband that I still exist. Apparently he's forgotten. Anyway, yeah, so Witcher 3. Yeah, very disappointed with the show. What were we talking about though? Oh, Superman. You see, the general belief within the DCEU fandom is that Warner Brothers has been holding the actor back despite his desire to remain Man of Steel. Well,
they have.
This does not say otherwise. Well, in a shocking turn of events, it turns out that Cavill is actually the one playing hard to get, and that is according to a new report from Fandango's Eric Davis.
I'm sure it has nothing to do with them casting 2 new Supermen and doing 2 unrelated Henry Cavill Superman projects.
Yes. According to his report, WB has reached out.
Yeah, trying to bury him. Like, absolutely trying to bury him.
Has reached out to the star of The Witcher, but to no avail. He said, I've heard a story that Warner Brothers asked Henry, and he doesn't want to do it. He doesn't want to. Hold on, what the? That's your source? I heard a story? So it's like fourth hand information we got here? It sounds absurd. It sounds absurd when you think about it, but on the other hand, it's probably the reason. Why does it sound absurd? All right, it's probably the reason why the studio has been forced to do a couple of faceless Superman cameos instead of just recasting the actor. What?
They've been trying to recast him.
They announced that during fucking Snyder Cut while he was still filming.
They wanted to get rid of him for the longest time. It's such a shame because he is so good in that role. That seems to happen a lot with Henry Cavill. Like he knows how to nail these iconic pop culture figures.
Yes, because he loves them.
He legitimately loves them, but he's given these shit scripts to represent them.
Yeah,
it makes me worried for Highlander.
Nothing.
Where was I at? Oh, why the studio has been... It looks like the chances of seeing Cavill return to his breakout role are getting slimmer by the day, which is a true shame. Meanwhile, Superman is expected to make a cameo appearance in Black Adam. Which is slated.
He's never going to do it again ever since that one. Oh, by the way, he's going to be in this. But yeah, like when now we're doing the reshoots for the Snyder Cut, the whole whatever his name is, Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Ta-Nehisi Coates.
Fucking Superman was announced. He was still filming, so it's not like they're saying that because he refused to do anything, he forced our hands. He was doing that role.
Yeah, like I hope that he doesn't go back to The Witcher either. Like I hope he finds a way out because they don't want The Witcher in there.
No, I hope they fire the showrunner and get somebody who actually likes the series and understands characters, and then keep Henry Cavill.
Reading the title wrong, Yeti. There's actually a question mark after the word Witcher. Whether he's in it or not, we don't know.
All right, let's see. I got another article here.
What is this?
What is what?
No, I wasn't sure if he was if Grant was making a joke or being serious that.
No, yes, Yeti. I was being 100% serious. There's a hidden question mark in the title of
No. I wasn't sure if there was some new thing that came out that I didn't see because they constantly release like teasers well in advance, and I hadn't seen anything.
It's all right, Yeti. I just appreciate you always make me feel smart.
Don't worry, Yeti. You make me feel dumb. So glad you're here.
How the hell do you say that guy's last name?
Martin?
No, the author of the article.
Usini Kunuk.
Okay.
Sounds Canadian. Yeti, is that your people?
Yep. He's from Ontario, so
I don't know how you say that last name.
All right. Brahma, can you do this one?
A Song of Ice and Fire author George R.R. Martin has spoken about his steadily decreased involvement in the Game of Thrones show in a recent interview. Speaking to the New York Times, Martin spoke about the later seasons of Game of Thrones and how over time his involvement in the series resulted in him being pretty much out of the loop. According to Martin, he was pretty involved with seasons 1 through 4, being consulted on almost everything from scripts to casting. Scroll, please. By season 5, 6, and 7, and certainly season 7 and 8, I was pretty much out of the loop, Martin shared. The writer was asked why this was the case, to which he responded, I don't know. You have to ask Dan and David. Referring to showrunners Dan and David Benioff, the two showrunners declined the Times request for comment on the matter.
Yeah,
he didn't have anything to add. He didn't have anything to add to 5, 6, 7, and 8, or he would have written the damn book.
Yeah, he gave them the treatment of the outline, and then they were to fill in the rest. So, is this him separating himself from the series, going, well, this isn't my Game of Thrones?
Absolutely, that's what he's doing.
In case he ever actually produces a freaking book, he's saying no. That what they did that you all hated wasn't me.
No, that wasn't me. Though Bran is still going to end up being king. And everything like that, and John's still going to be terrible to his dog. But apart from that, no, everything's different.
John's been slowly bleeding to death for like 14 years now.
Yeah, I know, right? I honestly when I read that, I'm like, is he going to become like the Night King? Is this where they're going with that? That's what I honestly thought. But I'm just like, I don't know. Like, to the point now, do I really want to go all the way back that far? I mean, I'm not as dedicated as Scotty still, but it kind of feels like I'm going back to rewatch a season when I read the book.
Right.
Like, at this point, you would have to reread all the books just to figure out where the hell you were before reading the next book.
Or get the audiobooks by Roy Dotrice. He does a lot of good voices,
Yeah.
and it's very
He
very
does
well
Tyrion.
done.
Tyrion's
he does
voice is
Tyrion
great.
Yeah.
And Patches or whatever. It's not even a character that's in the show. The little girl's, buddy that, well, she gets burned alive, but whatever.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It should be noted, Martin is notorious for not having actually finished the book series the show is based on, with seasons 6 through 8 having less material to directly adapt, which was obvious because Tyrion turned into a damned idiot. I mean, he went from the smartest guy in the first 5 seasons to they ran out of anything to do with him at that point, and
to hiding women and children in a tomb versus an enemy that raises the dead.
Correct. But you see that with all the characters, and you see this a lot in today's like stories and stuff, right? They have to dumb down the characters because the only way that their story and what they want to say will work is if they are dumb. So they dumb everyone down when they need to be, but then they also pretend like they're super fucking smart and super, fucking capable.
I don't know if it's dumbing them down. I think it's the showrunners and the writers aren't smart enough to write at a level that makes them not dumb.
Yes, that's what I mean. Like they have their story, but the only way that it works is if the characters do something dumb.
As dumb as their story.
Yeah,
right.
Well, you can only write as smart as you are. You can't write something that's smarter than you.
Well, that's what you're like.
No, you're supposed to. Like, that's an active goal of good writers.
Well, yeah, like in improv, right? You do it to your highest level of intelligence than the lower. That's why it gets on my nerves. Like every time someone does something, they always go with this voice. That's like the first character anybody does, almost in anything, is they just go to this dumb redneck. Like it's like the default if you're doing a character to go to that.
See, I always go to Japanese business person, and I always get in trouble for that. So.
Anyways, I got to scroll.
Yep. No, we're good. Apparently, Martin has been much more involved in. Now it's
sorry.
Apparently, Martin has been much more involved in the upcoming prequel series, House of the Dragon. Adapted from the first volume of Martin's Fire and Blood, George, for us in this process, has been a really valuable resource, said co-creator of House of Dragon and HBO's chief content officer, Casey Bloys. He is literally the creator of this world. He is its historian, its creator, its keeper. And so I can't imagine doing a show that he didn't believe in or didn't endorse. Despite his involvement, don't expect a cameo from him anytime soon. House of... You got something, or go ahead?
No, just I don't believe it.
House of the Dragon received a brutal new trailer last month, but isn't the only Game of Thrones spinoff show in development. Jon Snow is also now set to receive his own show, with actor Kit Harington set to reprise his role in the series, and was apparently the actor's idea.
And do what? All the big threat is gone, and they made sure it was done in the worst possible way. Like, they killed the entire interest of watching anything related to the show because of how they ended it. All the amazing little threads that were built up, and these characters that are supposed to come into play, like that masked woman that was telling, these future things. There's so many, the faceless, whatever his name. I can't remember any of these people
By the way, Yeti, she forgot about the Navy, about what were they called?
Yeah.
Can't remember.
The Iron Fleet.
The Iron Fleet.
Yeah, the Iron Fleet. Yes, she forgot about it. You see what I mean? Like when they got to make people dumb, she forgot about them.
Yeah, but that's the whole reason. It's not watchable anymore. You can't. I remember watching it before each new season came out. Then 7 and 8 destroyed it beyond any belief. That I don't think you can save any story in the universe because it goes.
But they can reuse old lines and catchphrases. So when he does something silly, someone says, "You know nothing, Jon Snow," and people will be like,
he said the thing."
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly, dude. I went back about a year ago and rewatched, and dude, the first season, especially the first season. In the second, like so good. But you can actually, in another show like this is Vikings, right? On the History Channel, you can see the change in culture where everything starts to really get woke, especially on TV, as both those shows go along, right? In the years, you can actually track where it just gets, you know what I mean? Like full on Ghostbusters 2016. And it's sad because it was doing so well.
Like, especially what they did in the third season. Like, what was the point of that?
Exactly. Did anybody get rid of this thing?
I can't. I'm not on this channel. I'm not a mod.
Oh, give me a second. I'm looking for more articles. So,
but I mean, what do you even do with Jon Snow in a new series? They got rid of the White Walkers. I mean, the Wall is basically pointless at this time. I mean,
it is pointless.
What is Jon going to be doing? I mean. And if it's Kit Harington's idea for a show, he's an actor. He doesn't. They're not smart.
The Wildlings are now friends. You know, that's
Don't even need the Wall anymore.
Yeah,
well,
there is no reason.
That's where he's banished to is the Wall. I mean,
why?
He's still the head of the Night's Watch. Who knows?
For who?
I mean, they say, oh yeah, no, he's got to be punished. Well, let's send him up north, away from everyone. Okay, well, we're going to leave now and not even see if you actually do it.
Also, this is the place you wanted to be, right?
Yeah.
Let's send you to the place you wanted to be and only left because, like, him being stuck behind a rock with that dumb dragon, like, pinning him down so that fucking Arya can go and get the kill is the most absurd fucking thing. And she was a good character. Before that, I was digging her, like her. By the way, the whole face thing doesn't make sense to me because, like, how do you change the size of people and shit? But I didn't give a shit. It's magic. Fuck it, right? But for them to take her character that everybody like was behind, like I was on board with her, and you know how I don't, women gross, but like, and then just give her the kill. It not only did it
kill too.
Yeah, like, not only did it sacrifice. I know. Not only did they sacrifice John. But they also sacrificed her as well because she was on a great journey already.
Just as bad, they sacrificed the Night King
as well. So,
and you know what?
The Night
maybe
King had all this build up. Go ahead, Yeti. Sorry.
So yeah, we know she could take faces and change. Like, well, what if she was able to take a face of one of the Night Walkers and get close to it? I'm just trying to do something
gross.
Outside of what just jumping in the air and like screaming at the dude.
Changes your body heat too.
I mean, leave it up to Yeti to find something a worse idea than they did.
Oh, dude, come on, seriously. She started screaming before she was seen. She didn't even try.
That's how you jump.
She phased through. There's the line of the White Walkers there directly behind him. She phases through them.
Yes.
Then the hair moves
and screams.
Yeah, and screams like a silent attack. She didn't need the +5 to backstab because she had dual-handed combat. So
and then the biggest character that they had been building up this whole time dies in basically the first confrontation to the dagger of some little girl.
It's like in Star Wars when you finally the confrontation between Vader and Luke, and Vader falls down the stairs and breaks his neck. That's the equivalent of it. Like,
oh yeah. It would have been way better if John got it, and there's so many better ways.
Already set it up. They set it up the season beforehand.
Yeah,
that it was going to be them. It was just
they had the stare down for like 25 minutes.
Yeah. By the way, I love that scene because the first shot makes it look as though like he's pretty far off, but then the next they're barely away from the dock.
Yeah,
like dude, they could have jumped in the boat.
Yeah.
So dumb.
Did you guys ever see the script that was released of the last episode?
No.
Okay, so their exact script was released, and it makes the scene even worse. And on the page is like the dragon sees Daenerys go down and sees the throne and thinks because it's pointy and got all those swords the throne killed her, and so that's why it melts it. Yes.
Yeah. Well,
let me look this up.
Yeah, if she was stabbed, you look for the stabbiest thing in the room, and then you get rid of it.
Right.
Yes. No, that's literally what they put. It's the worst thing you could possibly.
No, that makes way more sense than the dragon knew the weight of the throne and everything like, because that's what they come out and said, that it was symbolic of it was forged in fire. It can only be destroyed in fire. This thing has caused more death than anyone else. So the dragon decided to get rid of it.
I have a lot of problems with that scene because I never knew they gave an explanation, because I'm like, why the fuck would it do that? Like, is it sentient to the point to where like it can make these complex like decisions?
Well, they're supposed to be very intelligent.
To the point to where they know that the real problem behind all this is that it was the game for the throne. The dragon was able to.
That's what people were thinking it was going to be, and then their script gets released. So like, oh my god, they made it worse than what was on film.
The best I could come up with, like, I don't know, maybe because it knows it can't harm Jon because he's a Targaryen, that it's like, oh, I can't get you. I'll take out the chair.
Well, I mean, it could eat him. I mean, he just won't burn him with fire. It's just like...
I didn't even think about that. Yeah, I didn't even think about them fighting it. But don't worry, guys. The dragons in House of Dragon, whatever it's called, they're all going to have personalities. One has a limp. A character trait of a limp.
Personality, yeah. He's the disabled one. He's also bipolar and might be queer gender as well.
Yeah, I think
there's
I think they're all queer. I think they're all non-binary, aren't they?
There's got to be a male dragon laying eggs. So.
A non-binary male.
Yep.
Yes.
All right, where were we at? Did we finish this yet?
I'm trying to find the script.
Yeah, I think we finished this.
Out of the loop.
Yeah, we finished this part. I don't know if there's anything underneath.
It'll be just called Snow. It'll be set 30 years in the future, and he'll be a disheveled old, angry, bitter person, and then they'll go from there. It'll just be called Snow.
Oh, you think like they're gonna have like some new like a wall person that comes in, like some chick, and he has to train her to take over for him?
No, she's already in charge. Because of something that we don't find out until season 7 that he did, which would be completely out of character for him.
I mean, that could be it. Anyway, vamp for me real quick.
It kind of reminds me of like how they're doing mod stories. It's like you played like the Final Fantasy games.
No.
Well, essentially, you've got a thing where it's like, okay, your main mission is you've just got to get over this wall to this hut, let's just say. But every step along the way, there's 500 to 600 different things you have to do just to get one thing. It's like, okay, cool. Now you need to get through this door. By the way, the door's locked. You got the key, okay, but there's no power to the door. Now you got to go to get a generator. Oh, the generator has no back. Like this is the way which the modern storytelling seems to be going. It's just a lot of go here, do this to get to the main plot. And I think that there's nothing else they can do with Snow. That's not going to be something along those lines.
Oh boy, freaking! I don't know where Brahma went, but he just gave us a really good article.
He froze.
Oh, did he?
Yeah, he froze and then disappeared. So,
all right.
Yeah, is that the eternalized misogyny one?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Of course, he sent it from Breitbart. I guess I'll do this one. Unless Yeti wants to.
Oh, I was trying to find that script, but
no, that's fine. I'll do it. Okay. I was just saying that so I could take a drink and hopefully you would talk. HBO Game of Thrones prequel goes woke. We'll explore internalized misogyny in patriarchy. Oh wow.
That's the thing. It needs to, because the story. As soon as these women get in charge, everyone dies. They could have used a little bit more, I think.
HBO's upcoming series, House of the Dragon, the highly anticipated prequel series to, I mean, I guess in comparison to Lord of the Rings, will bring woke gender politics to novelists. Yeah, okay.
I still think this will be way better than Lord of the Rings.
I do too. In an interview with IndieWire, one of the stars, I haven't seen any like sword paleens that they're jumping off of yet. One of the stars explained the show's feminist spin. House of the Dragon really creates
that
a nuance.
Took me way longer to get what you meant then.
House of the Dragon really creates a nuanced conversation of misogyny. Actress Millie Alcock. Okay. We don't only explore it through a level of women being shut down in the patriarchy, but also go in depth about the internalized misogyny that women are constantly faced with. It's internalized. Turn it like uninternalize it.
Well, I'm saying if they're okay,
And
when
the
they say
competitiveness.
so is that what the women are feeling, or the men who are being misogynistic feel it inside? Because only one of those is a problem.
I guess like I don't know how you can internalize something that men do.
Yeah, like are they internalized? Chat, help us out. I don't understand the terminology, and I've looked it up, and it's even more confusing. Nick will know. What is internalized misogyny?
Hey, Nick.
Is it something that the person feels, like say the woman feels, or is it something that the men feels inside? Like,
Hey, Yeti, send Nick invite, please, just in case he can join. No pressure.
Yeah, I'll send it to him now.
Okay.
Let's see here. We don't only. I listened to Rhaenyra's relationship is the forefront of the conversation. Her comments come after a media concocted backlash against Game of Thrones, which sought to portray the hit series and George R.R. Martin himself as sexist because of the series' uncomfortable scenes. As a result, the creative team. By the way, this is also in part why I think George R.R. Martin is being so hesitant to writing the book, is because writing it in today's environment of, you know what I mean? Like everything's horrible. Well, like I don't see any way that he can stay true to his vision for the story and also be accepted by all these people.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at everything that he's done up to so far. In it, it's now considered tame. Like we haven't even got to the point if they're going to do the whole, Sansa and Ramsay thing. So
That's
I mean,
right.
it would be very. I think you're right about that. That he's more worried about the potential backlash from his written words than he is about it being considered a bad book.
I agree. Two things. And Nick, please, if you want to join us from your car, you can certainly do that. I think two things. One, because he watched the ending of it too, and he was like tweeting something else during the finale or whatever, has sucked whatever motivation he had, like wanting to finish the story, because you see how bad they did, and it gets like, wow, you know what I mean? Like, you add that to the whole him, not going to be able to write it the way he wants to, and it still be accepted.
Well, okay, it would be accepted by fans, but not media.
But he doesn't care about fans. Here's the thing. No. He had fans for decades.
Yeah.
That didn't have any of the didn't have any of the extra stuff. That's what he cares about now. That's his world.
Yeah.
Pizza boxes and naked trampoline jumping.
He's a Hollywood producer now, not a writer.
Exactly.
He's teetering, like he's towing that line of Kevin Smithness. You know what I mean? Like he could very easily step over that line.
He better not get skinny.
No, because I don't want him to live long enough to give Scott this book. In an interview with Vanity, what was I? Oh yeah, her comments came. Yeah. As a result, the creative team behind House of the Dragon has been working hard to reassure journalists that they will not commit the same sin. You know, that sin that made it one of the most talked about, most viewed shows in the history of freaking television. Nick, what's up, brother?
What's up, guys?
Yeah. Tell us about your internalized misogyny.
Internalized misogyny. Internalized.
Yeah, well,
is it like something you feel from the inside?
Well, you're supposed to tell us about yours. So
we don't know, Nick. That's the problem. Well, we don't know. That's why we want an expert.
It's microaggressions, bro. Like this, they do the same thing with racism because it's so rare to actually see racism happen that you have to come up with microaggressions or internalized racism or misogyny because
microaggressions not real.
Right, exactly. But
go on.
No, it's just the only way that
fiction, but go on.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's the only way for them to be able to racism, pointing it out and being the heroes to bring back, or to bring equity to the country and have everybody equal and all this other bullshit. It's because they have to make up a fight.
Yeah, if you can name something as a racist thing and you can fight against that, which is easy to do, you don't have to fight against the really hard stuff because you're already doing your part.
That's right. It's why you see AOC and all these other politicians when the Washington Guardians. No, wait, not Guardians. What are they? The Commanders? Yeah. Oh. When they changed their name, they're like, yes, great victory for the Native Americans, blah, blah, blah. What are y'all doing about all of the issues, the drug use, the kidnapping of the women and everything that else that's happening on reservations? You're doing shit about that, but you're all gonna fucking praise this move because yes, you got this win. So when it comes to your election, you can throw that little chip on the table, be like, look, we got them to change the name, fighting racism, but you're doing nothing for the actual people that you pretend to care about.
Did you see that they can't sell any tickets anymore since their name changed? People don't want to go to the games.
Was that them or the Guardians? Because I think they're having the problem.
Fuck the Guardians. They're the Cleveland Indians. Chief Wahoo all the way, dude. No, here's the thing. They come up with buzz terms, and they're good at marketing. So they think like marketers. What sounds good? What sounds like it's got buzz and power? They use it, and then people go, ooh, that's a nice slogan. Let's use that. And they run with it until it loses steam, and then move on to the next thing, and the next thing, and the next thing. And the people who buy into these terms keep on buying into it, not realizing, hey, they just keep coming up with new shit over and over and over again. But they want to give off this illusion that they're doing something. It's as long as you talk nice to them, you're doing something. But they don't just look no further than Barack Obama. The guy could lay down a speech like no tomorrow. As shitty of a president he was, he knew how to lay the words down, and because he talked nice, it didn't matter how many children he bombed, how many nukes he was, signing off on. He could talk nice all he wanted, and because he did that, people didn't care. People put their blinders on for 8 years and pretended the world was fine, and then he steps out of office and they open their blinders. So it's all selective mindset.
But they even do it with his speeches, though, because he had a lot of those ticks that, you know what I mean? He had a lot of those. I forgot what they're called, where you're inserting like. You say like a lot. There's a term for this. You have these things that happen when you speak, people that will check it, right, and they'll just keep talking.
Yeah,
doesn't matter. I'll Google it later.
I don't know what the
whatever.
term
But
is called, but I know what you're on to.
Yeah, because he had the same thing. Just like that, he did it a lot. But we got way off track on the House of the Dragon thing. But it ties in though to these politics because what do they say? Culture is downstream from politics, or is the other way around?
Politics is downstream of culture. No, all of it is, and that's because a certain aisle of the party left nothing absolutely off limits. It didn't matter if it was education. It didn't matter if it was any major institution. It didn't matter if it was sports, Hollywood, media. Obviously news media outlets. They look at every single thing and say, they'll look at we can't have our fingers involved in that. No, they touch everything to make sure it's compromised to swerve in their direction only, but they'll always deny it, even when the evidence is in their face. That's something I fault I guess you could say the Rhino Republican right for, because they didn't take that seriously. They kind of just said, oh, this doesn't matter. Oh, we don't need it. And look what happened because they said all these little things, or they're not little things, but they treat it like little things. That doesn't matter. This is just all trivial stuff. And look what happened. Now we have a swarm of leftists, left and right, because these people ignored what the left was doing. And to some degrees, common men like you and I are guilty to an extent too, because I'll be honest, I didn't think any of this SJW shit would be where it was now back in 2015, 14? I kind of looked at it and thought, this is just some pay shit that will blow over. And boy, was I wrong.
Back when it was just called political correctness.
I remember like probably about the same time you said, like 2014. It was before Ghostbusters. I remember that. Some radio guy got in trouble. It wasn't Limus. It was not that long ago. But somebody got in trouble for saying something, and my dad and I were talking about it. And I remember telling him, I'm like, yeah, I understand, like, because he was really worried what it meant, like where it was going to go from there. And I was, naively like, yeah, I get that, they overreacted, but I think that at heart, they have a good, like their intentions are good, and they're overdoing it now, but eventually
they're fighting the good fight.
Yeah, but eventually, because they just want people to be treated like you would treat anyone that you care about, or you know what I mean, be treated the way that you want to be treated. But eventually, that Pentium. Well, I thought, eventually it would swing back towards the middle and everybody will calm back down and a joke can be a joke. Because I think that was the problem. He made a joke and people overreacted. But like jokes will be jokes and, that's not, won't. That never happened. I kept waiting for this to slow back down, but it hasn't. It has only ramped up until probably the last 6-7 months. We're starting to see that a little bit of a swing back.
It's
but
slowed in certain corners now.
Yeah.
But it's still going
that
full
pendulum
board.
shifts, for the swing back, it always starts off in small increments. So and I hate to bust people's balls on this, but I mean, obviously, if we need to continue that momentum, it doesn't matter if you're right, centrist, or even just apolitical. It's going to take us being very resilient and making sure that we stay on this for a while, because I predict that this is going to be somewhere between a 10 to 15 vicious cycle of this, because these people, they fought their way to the top. As much as we hate to admit, they did. And now that they are in that position, they're not going to give it up. So we have to fight tooth and nail. We also have to remember that, they're going to always act like they're the nice guys, but they will never, ever, ever concede. Like, some of these people would rather have their freaking, like, genitals, like, eaten off by piranhas than to ever admit that they're wrong.
I don't know about the piranha surgery.
It's no use to try and get these people to concede. It's really not. You're dealing with unreasonable people.
Right.
And, at one point in time, I thought I was trying to reason with them and try to come from a point of, genuine conversation. And the more I did it, the more I realized, holy crap, these people are not trying to reason, no matter how much you try. It's the whole deal when they say, oh, you need a compromise. You need a compromise. It's like, when the fuck have you compromised? When the fuck have you compromised? They don't compromise.
No, we don't do that here.
Well, so like, yeah, but there's different like levels that they're at, right? You have the people that are going along with all of this just because, like, they want to like not rock the boat, basically, right? They're like, yeah, okay, I won't use that term anymore. Sure, I'll make an effort, right? And then you have like the diehards. You have the ideologues that are like 100% on board with the the level of L. Ron Hubbard type fucking cult that they're in, right? Yeah. The ones that are towards like the ones that are in that I don't want to rock the boat. For the most part, I think that if you show them like, no, look, like, and you show them receipts and you're like, listen, this is what it is. Most of them will come to the realization of what it is that they're really going along with. And but the ones that are holding the power, and they're holding the power because everybody is just going along with it, not wanting to be an asshole. You know what I mean? That's all it is. It's the same thing you see in a lot of religion. Protestant mostly was what I know, but like the old grandmothers run the church, right? They're the ones that are always guilting their children and their I didn't see you in church on Sunday. You got to go.
Yeah,
and then
wokeism's the church now. Wokeism's the church.
That's right. Yeah, it's a non-theistic religion. Yes.
Yeah, it's the fear of cancellation.
They're all zealots.
Yep.
It's funny because even the wokies are now trying to get their foot in the door, even in the church now. Like, holy shit! Just when you saw it, like there would be that one thing, like to a point where you thought they would even like hate it, even like the way the right kind of ignores things. You would think that they would have ignored that. No, dude, they're trying to get their foot door in the churches too, man. So I'm just saying, for anyone who's like super deeply religious, pay attention, man, because they're going for that too.
Hi.
Yeah, like even I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it was the Southern Baptist Conference or whatever that they had, that they did the same thing, like trying to put in, because they have this conference or whatever, they get together and they like start voting on different things, they're talking about whatever, right? And they tried to slip in some CRT shit like at the last minute, so nobody really could, because everybody's like, we're ready to go vote, you know what I mean? So nobody could really look into what it is that they were proposing, right? And I think we're talking about the Southern Baptist. You know what I mean? Like,
we're knocking on doors, going on missions, Baptist.
Yeah, not even allowing you to dance. I don't know if that's
brimstone.
Westboro. No, Westboro's not associated with the Southern Baptist Committee at all. But dude,
sure Westboro's connected to the church in any way.
No, they're not. Any church.
No,
by the way, at my buddy's funeral, guy that died after we got hit, right? We got hit together anyway. At his funeral, they actually showed up there at his funeral, but they never made it close. I never saw them. They never made it close because there was a biker gang that blocked them off. And apparently one of them got a little loud with one of them, and the dude like beat the shit out of him. But the cops didn't see anything. They're like, he looked like he tripped. Didn't do shit.
He tripped and he fell on one of his
pickups. Sounds about right.
Yeah. But
that sounds about right. Before you know it, the police are going to be on board with it too.
Without taking this too far sideways into the politics, I think we're going to see it swing back a lot quicker now. The stuff that happened a couple days ago is going to be. I mean, they basically reelected Trump on the 8th.
I don't know. I don't know how much there is how much interest people have outside of the more politically involved people. Like you have Trump's people that have been behind him, you know what I mean, this whole time. You have those people are definitely paying attention and they're definitely being loud about it. But the more moderate you get, I don't know. I think some of them have like more of a wait and see, like because it's really hard to break that trust that we, have in our country and with our law enforcement to be like, well, I mean, they had to have something going on, right? Like, shouldn't we wait to see what it is that they say?
Especially a former president. So they wouldn't have done
all right. I think Matt and Rama are both correct. I think Rama is right in the sense that, yes, there'll be some pendulum shifts. But like I said earlier, it's going to be a very long, in my prediction, minimum decade battle. I know that sounds grueling to everyone. Now, as far as Matt being right, you do have a lot of moderates who don't know. And then you got people who either are pretending to not care just because either they hate Trump or they just don't care just because he's not in office anymore. So it's not even like going against him or in favor. It's just, Joe Biden's the president, so it doesn't matter what happens now. Trust me, if anyone knows, I would know. I work in the leftist echo chamber at my employer, and no one, and I mean no one, is talking about it. People are going on like there's nothing wrong with the inflation. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with the expensive gas. There's nothing wrong with all this. They're and this is what they get when they're told. But people who talk nice, and I agree. People say, I like this person. He talks nice. It's like, yeah, I agree, but that doesn't make what they do great. Like imagine some guy, if you're working like a 7-Eleven, and then some guy just he gives you business, buys a pack of cigarettes, and all of a sudden he decks you in the face. He's like, I'm hurting you nicely. What, am I supposed to buy into that? This is the mindset these people operate on, and it's going to take a very long time. It will swing back, but it's going to take a lot of being adamant, being on top of it, and also simply removing any one of these crazy people in power. There's no wait for them to change. That's like waiting for your abusive boyfriend or girlfriend to change. They ain't going to change. You either remove them or separate from them completely. You separate from them the way guys like Eric July or Dr. Disrespect are. You got to do your own thing that doesn't have to go through their outlets. That way they literally cannot do shit about you. And It sounds complicated to have like a parallel economy, but you know what? This is what we get for ignoring this shit for years. And yeah, obviously we didn't know better in 2014, 15, but I mean, I'm not one of those people who ever. Go ahead.
Oh, I was going to say, I honestly really don't want Trump to run again because he is such an easy target for dum-dums to believe what they're being heard. Like, oh, he pissed on a prostitute. I believe that, right? Because, come on, if we're going to be honest, he kind of looks like a guy that would do that. I'm not saying he did. He just looks like it. But DeSantis is the easy choice. And look at him now, man. I saw an article. I didn't have time to read it, but it was like, unbound by the Constitution. DeSantis is blah, 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 right? Like, you know, making his play or whatever. But like, he is such a better choice to run because, like, you know what I mean? Like, I think he's charming as shit. I like the dude.
I think you're right.
Here's where I'm gonna go with. I'm gonna agree and disagree with you at the same time. I'm gonna agree with you in the sense that DeSantis is charming. DeSantis is like, all right, Donald Trump is the type of guy who runs in the field with a gun. He kind of shoots aimlessly, hoping to hit the right target. And Ron DeSantis is a guy. He's a sniper rifle. He knows exactly where to aim and hit the target. One shot, one kill type of thing. That's
and Dick Cheney just likes to shoot people.
DeSantis is Trump with Ronald Reagan's demeanor. And he'll sit there and smile at you and pat you on the back while he's ripping you to shreds, and you don't even know that you're being destroyed.
Here's the thing, though. Trump is still miles more popular than DeSantis. Like, it's not even close. DeSantis is overall a better fit because he does actually back. He doesn't just talk about America First. He actually, like, does it, which is nice.
Yeah.
But Trump needs he already has the experience with the swap, and now that he's also got some experience, he can maybe try to figure out where he went wrong, maybe try to course correct the second time around, and also he could set up Ron DeSantis for 2028 because DeSantis still has work he's got to do down in Florida.
So, but the issue though is with that, that's all depending on him being in the White House again. My concern is that Trump, whenever because they have a lot that they're going to try to criticize him for, and this isn't helping, right? They're going to put out all these different things, just like they did with Russiagate, right? His response to it isn't always the most convincing, or like for the moderates and independents, right? DeSantis, when they try to attack him, he is articulate and he is very specific, and he responds, you know, in a way that will win over those moderates and those independents because he isn't, you know, he's not as bombastic or braggadocious as what Trump is. So, and I think that goes a long way, especially after we had Trump. It goes a long way with that middle.
Here's the issue with that. I think you want to go ahead, Nick, or
what I was gonna say is, like, I do agree with everything Matt is saying about DeSantis. I think he's spot on, but you gotta remember, if let's just say DeSantis announces that he's running, he's the front runner candidate. Everything that they're saying about Trump now, they're gonna immediately say about DeSantis. And you gotta remember,
they already are.
You gotta wave and swarm of indoctrinated people who are gonna automatically believe whatever the news says about him. Just remember, there was a fictional Florida bill a few months ago, and people ran with that shit. And these are the people who kept talking about how misinformation is bad. Yeah, what did they do? So,
but that was until they read it, though. Again. Like, once people in the middle,
and most didn't read it. People just
exactly.
Look, okay, I'm gonna do a name drop here. And yeah, probably someone's gonna clip it. Fuck it, whatever. Just look at just some guy.
Yeti
People
cast.
told that guy, did you actually read the document? And he wouldn't answer if he read it. And it just shows that these people are too far gone. They don't even care about the actual facts. They care about
and they're going to stay gone, though.
They're going to stay
what
gone.
it actually means.
He's not going to win them over. But when that bill came out, though, DeSantis doesn't have a national platform for him to respond from because he is a Florida governor. Him running as a candidate for presidency gives him that national platform. So when they do attack him on those things, he actually can say something and will be heard.
So here's the thing. So one of two things is going to happen. Trump is either going to, run, and DeSantis is going to say, okay, I will wait till 2028. Or DeSantis tries to run, and Trump, if he doesn't get the nomination, is going to tear everything to the ground, because this is now personal for him. There is nothing that's going to keep Trump from trying to run in one way or another.
And I hope he doesn't tear down DeSantis on his way.
That's why I think DeSantis needs to be very careful, because even as good as DeSantis is, Trump has a way of tearing down anybody that gets in his way on our side.
With a single line.
Exactly.
At a single line, he tore down Rubio and
Cruz.
Just with a single line.
Reno, all of them, just destroyed them. But it's personal for him now. They've gone after his son. There's like 45 different lawsuits going against Trump right now, all trying to get him from being able to run. They're scared to death of him, and if he's the biggest target, that also tells you he's probably the most effective thing to counter what they're doing at the moment. And I agree with Nick.
You, it will take. Also shows you he's not. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I agree with what you were saying earlier. It probably will take as long to turn it around as it did to break it. That's typically how things work. You don't fix things in a shorter amount of time than it took to break it. Often.
Well, it usually takes less time to break it.
Exactly. But building something back to where it was before, usually takes a lot more work than it did to mess things up in the first place, I guess, is where I'm going with that. So, but I think it's Trump, and I think the big thing with what happened a couple days ago is, yes, the left is, they're stuck where they're at, the right stuck where they're at. The thing is, the libertarians and the moderates are the ones that do tend to actually read news. That's why they're libertarians and moderates. And right now, I don't think they're looking at this saying, oh yeah, this is just the FBI doing the FBI thing. They're looking at this as a partisan attack. So I think that's going to push. That's the votes you need to get a presidency. And I think that's what's going to push Trump well back into the White House, no matter what amount of fortification.
Yeah, I think it'll help. I think it'll definitely help his chances. To what extent? Obviously, I don't know. Trump I truly do believe he can get even more votes the third time around. Someone's got to learn to say what's good and what's not good, because the thing is, he clearly has a bunch of yes men in front of him, and he does have some good ideas. And once again, DeSantis has a way of articulating them better, not just by way of speaking, but also by way of action. But someone needs to say, Trump, hey, maybe try this or maybe try that. And I feel like he runs with a crew of yes men, and I feel like that doesn't help him at all. Don't get me wrong, I love the comedy. I'm a fan of all the crazy shit he says. Amazing, and I feel like it could be an entertaining next few years because of it. But someone does.
Nick, you're starting to break up on us.
Nick's turning into a robot.
Yeah, you're kind of breaking up on us, brother.
Am I?
But, a little bit.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm on the.
Only a little bit, not huge.
Yeah, we're getting ready to wrap things up. If you want to get going and concentrate on driving, so you don't end up like Pelosi.
Oh, I'm hands free, dude. I'm hands free.
Oh, nice. Oh no, we can tell. We can hear it.
No. Yeah. You need your hands for driving. Don't drive without your hands.
Speaking of needing your hands, we got a $2 super chat. Nice, from Mr. Grant Gregory for the Mad Dump. Hell. Hey Nick, you got anything that you want to promote or anything before we get going?
Comic Shop Talk Friday night. We'll be talking The Man Called Nova, part 3 of our roundabout of the original Marv Wolfman Sabusima run. Keep your eyes and ears open. Obviously, tomorrow night, Thursday Night Throwdown with Chrissy Mayer. That'll be huge. I've got a few videos coming out this week, and just keep your eyes and ears open because I will be announcing more things as soon as I'm allowed to. So thank you for letting me come on at the last minute, man.
Of course.
I do appreciate it. Yeti,
we appreciate you coming on.
Grant,
talk to you
chat,
soon, Nick.
I can't see you, but Thank you for having me on.
Hey, what are y'all doing on Tuesday for Toxic Tuesday?
It's on hiatus for a couple weeks, isn't it? Airport's the next one, right? Since he's cutting out.
Oh, he's gone. I thought Airplane was
Airplane's the next one. He had to.
Oh, is that different than Airport?
Yeah, sorry, I screwed that one up.
That's like
he wasn't able to do that one. Yeah, he wasn't able to do that one Tuesday. I think it's on hiatus for a week or two.
Okay.
I'm not sure about the second week, but he may be coming back next week. But,
Brahma, you got anything?
Yeah, like Nick said, we got Chrissy Mayer on Thursday Night Throwdown tomorrow, so that's going to be huge on Comics Channel.
I don't know who that is.
Yeah, she's a redhead. Talks about January 6th every now and then.
Female comedian. Does Friday Night Tights.
Yeah.
Oh, huh. Okay.
She was on Greg Gutfeld's show once.
The fuck is
like
Greg
a real
Gutfeld?
person
From Fox News. Brahma's favorite channel.
I don't watch Fox News.
He's one of the only good guys on Fox.
Yeti, you got anything over there with your two buttholes?
Not right now. Working on a couple things, and I hope to get stuff out soon.
You've been saying that for a minute now.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
Grant.
All right. So this week we have a special guest coming on the Saturday dump. So as far as we know, it's still going ahead. So that should be pretty cool. Matt has an awesome guest on Street Smarts this week as well. So
wait, what?
Is it
I'm coming
Casino?
on. Yeah. No, I'll be back. So.
Oh, you're gonna be there on Saturday?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, dang, we spoiled it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna be there. Drant Gregory will be. He's
well, as far as me, so I put out a video that the girlfriend and I did on this Cuckoo Banana reality show called Kid Nation, and it's Cuckoo Banana. And I've been like kind of reading about behind the scenes and seeing a couple of interviews, and holy shit, like it was a lot more real than what you would expect for a reality show. I think because it came out in 2007, I think we're at a point to where we all think like, dude, no, it's all scripted, it's all faked, everything's fine. No. This was still like the Wild West of reality, apparently, of reality TV. 40 kids, one toilet.
Like age 8 to 14.
Yeah. By the way, not a flushing one, not a flushable one. It was an outhouse with a hole. But yeah, it's insane.
7 pieces of toilet paper.
So you can see that now on the channel. We'll have Street Smarts on Saturday. Finally, people started acknowledging that I had that Lord of the Rings soap opera. I had it first, by the way, and actually did work, and not just replace it. Added art like audio to it. I actually went in and did voiceover to make it fun and mispronounce all their names on purpose. On purpose.
Thank you.
Anyway, so that's it for me. But let's end it with this and shake off those. Brahma wants to turn this into yelling at cars.
Dad, I got this.
Only if they're locked.
If we broke in your house.
Oh, I'm saving that one too. Oh, thank you, Soul Assassin. You know what cheers me up. All right. So from everybody here at Mad Barber Entertainment in association with Sporking News Podcast, stay Gucci, my ninjas. I forgot. We don't have an ending for this yet. I kept meaning to make one, but here's mine. Okay.
Listen now, Mr. Kansas Law Dog. Law don't go around here. Savvy?
Hey, law dog. Law don't go around here. And I say, law doggy. Law don't go around here.
I want you to know it's over.
Well. Bye.